All right, so I'm really glad somebody asked about this problem. We're going to add and subtract decimals here, which is one of the key kind of checkpoints and keys for understanding for 6th grade, and even goes into 5th grade a little bit. So let's make sure we're on the same page here. The first thing that I always make sure I do is I line the problems up going vertically instead of horizontally. That way I can line up my decimal points. And that makes sure that I'm adding and subtracting the same place value. So I don't want to be subtracting the tenths place from the ones place. I want to make sure that I'm subtracting and adding ones with ones, tens with tens, tenths with tenths, and hundredths with hundredths. So that's my next kind of suggestion is if you have decimal places, if one decimal is in the hundredths, add another 0 here because 8 tenths is the same thing as 80 hundredths. And then that makes it a little bit easier. So I'm going to add on a 0 here as well. So now I'm lined up. I can just add the hundredths place together. 2 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 8 is 14. I bring down my decimal. I can carry a 1. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. And 7 plus 3 is 10. So my answer here is 109 and 42 hundredths. This is the hundredth place. Here with subtraction, now that I have my 0 here, I can take 0 hundredths away from 9. Hundredths is still 9. 2 tenths, and I'm taking away from 0. Well, I got to borrow 10 tenths from this 1 here. 3 ones become 2, and 10 tenths minus 2 tenths is 8 tenths. Here, now I'm trying to take away 7 ones from 2 ones, so I need to borrow 10 ones from this 10. So now 12 minus 7 is 5. Now I'm trying to take away 3 tens here. This 30 represents 3 tens. I don't have any tens anymore, so let's borrow from the 100. So we have 100 left, and that will make 10 tens is 100. So 3 minus 10 minus 3 is 7, and we have that 100 there. So 175 and 89 hundredths. So let's set up this problem together. We have three numbers that we're adding. So I'm going to take 3 and 15 hundredths, and I'm adding, put my decimal down, 36, make sure the ones place is lined up, and 8 tenths. And then this gets people the number 7. The number 7, if you don't see a decimal, well, that's 7 ones. 7 ones, so you can just add a decimal right there. That's 7 ones and no tenths. So I could have done that in red because that wasn't there before. So let's get the same number of decimals, and let's add them together. 5 hundredths plus a bunch of zeros, 5. 8 plus 1 is 9. Decimal comes down, and 7 and 3 makes 10. Plus 6 is 16. And 3 carry the 1 is 4. So 46 and 95 hundredths. All right, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed.